Oh, hello there. Remember to like, of course, subscribe, and ring the bell for bye.
Why am I?
Creed, are you okay?
Am
Are
I
you
here?
all right, Creed? Yeah, you're here. Go ahead, man.
I was going to jump on. I'm monitoring the little thing up there. I don't know if it goes.
I think is Creed in Kabul?
He's doing well.
Where is he?
His internet has turned to Mikey internet. So, we may be a little creedless.
Can we just leave him there if he stay? Oh, there he is. Oh, no.
Well,
his internet could fix itself at any moment. I like to think.
Do you think we could get Whoopi Goldberg in so he could speak through her?
Maybe.
Guys, and
But anyways, wow, boys, good to see everybody. Welcome to the Creedence and Bishop show. That's Bishop up there. I'm not Creedence. There's Knockers. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff tonight that we won't be getting to if Creed is having issues. But you know what? We're going to soldier on through. We're going to do the best we can. And in his honor, like he's passed away, we're going to try to do our best. Bishop, would you run the comments until Creed's internet is fixed or he decides he's giving up?
Sure. I got you.
Creedence. By the way, too, there is a poll in the chat over on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, you can't vote. But we would love for you to.
What poll is this?
Tonight's poll is you're setting up a friend on a blind date. Who will be her date? And they have the choice of the four of us. So we'll see. We'll cut off the voting in probably like 30 minutes or so.
So last week when I was driving, I tuned in. It's hard to tune in from the road because it like chops up like every 18 seconds. It'll just stop.
So it's better than Creed's internet. But
so what I made out was that you guys had a poll going, and it was, what was that poll?
Last week's poll, if I remember, was who would make the better husband.
The better husband, yes.
And what were the results? What were the results from that?
I won that one pretty decisively. You were last place, Knox, in case you were wondering.
For a husband?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that. That's okay.
You can't tie down a wild stallion, bud.
No.
Can't stop that Bronco.
A lot of stuff going on in the chat. Hello to everybody. Nancy, Roger, Ronnie, Six, Stay Tuned TV. And of course, Carol. What's what?
Knockers. This stuff in the private chat now. So I can...
Don't pay it no mind. Pay it no mind. Well, I tried to send something over, but it only lets you send over so much. So that's all right. I can read it from somewhere else. Not a problem.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like someone else was suddenly in there.
No, it was me.
That was what I thought it was like. Now, members from the
members
are now in the private chat. I don't know what's going on there.
Members have access to the backstage area,
exclusive access.
So yeah, Knockers, you were gone last week. Everybody was worried about you. Your story, I believe, last week was that you were picking up someone from the airport. Are we sticking to that story?
Yeah, there was nothing sketchy going on. I told the truth of what was happening. Yes, that's nothing else I want to say about any of that.
Oh, whoa! I didn't like the way.
But
that
I was
sounded.
a little. But I was a little. I was a little. I was a little insulted. I was telling Creed because it's weird now when you guys are live.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like back in the radio days. I have to check and see who's on the air before I call into the studio. So I wanted to make sure that nobody was like distracted from me when I was messaging into the group. And I wanted to let you guys know that I wasn't going to make it. I was trying to be as professional
and we appreciate
and reliable as possible by doing that. Like, are we clear with that? Right.
Yeah.
So
in the clear.
So as I'm watching, Creed's having like a mini meltdown because I'm not going to make it. And then he started yelling about Bishop. So like, I didn't understand what he's like, it seems like, and then he messaged me. He's like, it seems like maybe Wednesdays are a bad night for you. And I'm like, it's not a bad night. Things come up.
I don't
know.
The one time Creed said something about Bishop's time or something like who was having a hard time for something. And then Bishop shows up and it was the best timing ever when Bishop just out of nowhere showed up on We Gotta Chase. And it was I loved it.
Oh, you're talking about whenever I said BRB and didn't come back? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you come back the next day.
Yeah, come back the next day at the same time. I told you I'd be back. I just didn't tell you when I would be back. So, I mean, that's had a little afternoon delight set up, dude.
There was no reason for concern. I just had to work.
That's good, Max. I'm glad
some people don't want us calling in. So I couldn't even call in for anything because that's like
no calling in, please, with peace and love. No calling in.
Like,
I've even Knox Creed just said, Mikey, can I get on the cam of my phone? I said, no, absolutely not. No phones, bud. No phones. So had to shut that down like right now. Oh my God.
Thank you,
can't believe I'm saying this, Knox, but you're looking good today, bud. Fresh haircut, right? Fresh.
Bud.
Yeah. I got a whole story about the haircut, about the last 2 weeks.
Well, let's hear it.
Story. Hold on to your seats, guys.
All right, so that's a whole. There's 2 quick stories in one, but there's a main theme. There's a main theme, and the last 2 weekends I have been a wedding DJ. I've been DJing weddings.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and so both were for friends through work. And it's funny because they know that I was a DJ on the radio, but they just assume that I do weddings. They're just like, oh yeah, you can come out and do that. And I was like,
now, did you have your own equipment? Or were they providing the equipment?
No, so I had lights that were mine, and a mixer that was mine, and the computers not mine, and neither were the speakers. But
so nothing was
but I
yours.
used them.
All right.
No, I'm not a wedding DJ. I never said I was. So I got booked for 2 weekends in a row.
Paying gigs?
And they accepted my rate that I gave them.
Ooh.
Okay.
How long was this wedding? I mean, so did you do the wedding and the reception?
So I did I helped with the lineup of the wedding party and the whole, when they're like about to go down the aisle and everything, I made sure they were all on time where they had to be.
The wedding planner?
The wedding planner wasn't. He told me it was the DJ's job. That was so. The first one I did was at this really expensive place. The second one was in a backyard. So there's 2.
Thank you so much for the 10 bones for the free Creed fun. Look, it's going to take a lot more than get Creed out. I'm just letting everybody know that right now. Oh, some more. Thank you. You want to guess what his rate is? I want to take a stab at that. I feel like that's a great thing to guess on.
All right. I got the lineup. All right, you guys, Maiden of Honor, you walk down.
Third.
All right, you got 2 minutes. When you see the light, wrap it up. Then we'll get the flower girl. So you set it all up. Your rate. So
whole night, right? How many hours?
I got there at 2 p.m. and set up, and then I departed at 11:30.
Jeez, it's a long night.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours, Mikey?
I also returned the tuxes 26,
the next day for 27.
You did what now?
I returned the tuxes. The tuxes. I returned the tuxes the next day.
Oh my God. They milked it for all it was worth.
But they're also friends of mine.
So this is a friend rate. Friends only rate. Okay.
So this is the rate for both of the weddings?
Yeah. I have a straight. I gave the same rate to both people.
Which one did you do first? The nicer place or the one that
I did the super nice place first, and then
you were their boy.
So he gouged them at the second one that wasn't so nice.
Right. Well, I mean, he had to do
no gouging. It was the same rate for all of them.
All right. You brought none of your own equipment.
I had to bring all of it, but it was not mine. So I mean, I set everything up. I brought it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't own the.
Oh, you brought it all right. I bet. He brought it. All right, I got my guess in.
You got yours, Bish?
Yeah, sure. I don't know how many hours, but
I'll go first.
Sure.
I said $300, and he banged one of the bridesmaids.
No. He charged them $800.
Okay,
Dear God.
I want to go higher.
So let's go. Let's. I'm gonna give one. I'm gonna change this up. Okay.
All right.
I charge.
I got a free haircut.
I charge by the hour.
Oh, by the hour. And how many hours was that? I'm horrible at math.
So why don't you guys just guess my hourly rate then? Just try and guess the hourly
an
rate.
Hour. I'm gonna say $35 an hour.
Okay. I'm going to say Knox charges $120 an hour.
Dear God.
Mikey, you're low. Bishop, you're high. The correct rate is $100.
Well, I was closest. I was closest.
Yeah.
I was going to say 100, but I was like, I go with 120.
So how many hours was it?
Each one was between, 8 to 9 hours apiece.
I was going to say, 8 hours. It sounded like on that first one.
Yeah. So
holy moly.
Now listen, the competing like real wedding DJs in the area, like that, like you can get like the high end is like $4,000 for the event. Like they just charge a flat fee and it's $4,000. So I came in at under 1,000 and I gave them a pretty good product, but I have a couple of what's the word I want to use? I have a couple of confessions to make regarding my quality of service. Things that might have gone wrong. Things that might have, I wouldn't say gone wrong, but just didn't go according to plan. For the nicer wedding, the groom wanted me to play Closer by 9 Inch Nails. I had to play that during the reception, which I kind of had a problem with doing. Like when I was even like when I was talking.
Why did you have a problem doing it? He's paying you
because
$100 an hour.
Whatever, because of the words in the song. Yeah. I wanted I don't want them to think that I picked this music out. So but let me tell you this though. So the bride was in a wheelchair. Okay. I'm good friends with the family. The bride was in a wheelchair.
Right. I'm not. It's just Go ahead.
And the day of the wedding, she we're about to go in and do like the introduction to the big ballroom, and I'm lining all of them up, and she's like, I changed my song, right? And I was like, what's your song? And she said that she wanted Riding Dirty. She wanted Riding Dirty by Chameleonaire. And I'm like, okay. So I went in.
When you said her song, like this is the song, like this is their first dance kind of song?
No, that's like, this is her, like, they're like blast onto the floor.
Blasting
introduction.
onto the floor.
You wouldn't get that. You haven't DJ'd, Mikey. You don't know what he's talking about.
Blasting.
They come through the door, everyone's cheering. First all the wedding party comes out and everyone's cheering, and there's
right.
And I'm doing the whole right. The whole, bring it all
Family
down.
Feud is broken out.
I didn't play that song, but they came out, and so there's a nice intro to Riding Dirty, so I was able to do a nice talk up and hit the post, and I called her Vermont's very own Terror on Two Wheels.
Drunk and stupid is no way to go through life, sir.
And I'll tell you what, fellas, I jumped the shark because everyone laughed, and it landed like a perfect spin off something in the Olympics. It was amazing.
Nice.
But here's where I messed up.
The Special Olympics.
Here's where I messed up. During the setup, I was trying to remember, and I had like a program with all the names on it. Okay, program. And
don't lie, Linda.
I tried to remember the last name of the groom, and I was saying it I was setting up. I'm saying it over and over again, saying the name while I'm setting up.
James Anderson.
And so I go, and here they are, and I was like, da-da-da, and da-da-da, and then I like stopped, and the crowd saves my ass and yells out the last name together. I didn't know the last name.
John,
I forgot the last name. I forgot it. I mean, how embarrassing is that? That's like the one thing you have to do is know the name of the people when you're calling them out.
Hey, and bud, what's your problem?
Do you think they were like, oh, this guy, he needs all the help he can get?
Yeah.
That's great.
So that was that one. And there were some, I do give myself a gold star.
I like that Knox said these are good friends. I forgot the last name.
Now you're giving yourself gold stars.
I'm giving myself a gold star, but I don't want to get into why I'm giving myself a gold star though, because I think it's.
Do you think you deserve the gold star?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What you do, bang her in the wheelchair? I mean,
I didn't bang anybody, Mikey. That's the thing. I
broke 2 hammocks.
She's
a terror.
I behaved
on 2
myself.
wheels. And she's a terror on my,
In your dreams, Pedro. In your dreams.
Hey, Bishop.
Hi.
Well, Knox, that sounds like an exciting time. Old Knox would have definitely got his, pooped where he eats.
I had a conversation with a female. I'm not going to say who she was.
Well, because we know the whole.
But I was at. Well, no. I mean, like her relation to the anything, just in case anyone ever. I'm gonna protect the innocent.
Mother of the bride.
The innocent.
So
hey, how about
I'm setting? So
how
I'm
about me and you go behind the shed there, and I debilitate your legs like your daughter, huh?
So the reception's over. And I'm.
You won't be able to walk right like your daughter will.
Reception's over, and I'm loading all the stuff onto the cart.
Yeah, like you don't hear me.
I hear you. I just trying to stay focused.
Okay.
So,
what was the opening line?
What kind of shampoo do you use? Have to ask.
All I said was, I'm going here. I said I was going out to get the van and pull it around, and she looked at me. She was hammered. It was an Irish wedding. So I'm hammered. She's hammered.
You're hammered.
I'm leaving, and I'm leaving. I was not hammered. Exactly. And she looks at me and she says, "You're not going anywhere."
She didn't say like that. She said like
pretty
this.
darn good looking. She's like, "Where are you going?" And mind you, this girl's husband is like within 30 feet of her.
Oh my God. I thought this was like a single woman.
No, this is not a single woman. This is a woman that has children that are there also. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get the van. I'm going to pull it around. I'm like, what's going on with you? And she walks over and she puts her arm around me and like gets like her nose is like right in my cheek talking to me. Mind you, once again, I'm putting my hands up in the air. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm
gonna throw up all in your ear.
Well, so she's like, where are you going? I said, I'm getting the van. And she says, where are you staying? And I said, I'm staying back where I live. And she goes, no, you're not. She's like, let's go somewhere, you and I. And
I got my Magnum condoms. I got my Watt 100s. I'm ready to plow.
What do you got the van for? And I said,
right.
It's the only vehicle that will hold my condoms in it.
So
condom transport.
So my buddy who was there as well, she's enamored with him because he has this crazy hair that she loves. And she was grabbing onto his hair and they were speaking to each other in French because she knew French and he knew French and they were like going back and forth. And she was all fired up. So
I don't want to narrow it down.
So I go and grab the van.
French.
I come back in. She's holding a glass at this point, and I leaned down to smell the glass to see if it was booze or not. I was going to take it away from her if it was.
Why?
Why are you the party police?
Because she was like blacked out.
All there.
The poor girl was messed up.
I was like, "Can you blow in this breathalyzer?"
So I picked my head back up, and I was very close to her mammographics, and we started to talk about them. And I said, sorry, I swear that wasn't a attempt to get close to your boobs. And she looks at me. She looks at me.
This woman on.
She looks at me.
Sorry, I got too close to that rack of yours.
She looks at me, and she looks down. And
9-point buck.
She grabs one. Bish. She grabs one and she looks at
hers or yours?
Hers.
Okay, go.
And she says, "Well,
go on."
And she like shrugged her shoulders and she's like holding her boob and she goes, "They haven't been milked in a while."
Oh! Hold on, was the boob still inside?
It was.
They haven't been milked in a while.
Yeah. Well, she had like young children. Like she's definitely breastfeeding her right now. So I think that was a pump and dump evening. But yeah.
Our producer just sent a message. Please, for God's sake, slow down the comments. People can't read that fast. That's from the producer. You know what that
You trying to fight me, bro?
And her husband didn't stop her? Is that
well, he eventually came over and got her.
Angry? Was he angry?
I think he was just tired of her being hammered. Basically, I mean, he was chasing the kids around and doing his thing, so it was.
He come over and was like, "You are 8 months pregnant. What are you doing?"
You just pushed one out.
At your cervix.
Whew, well, that was nice. After the milking comment, what was your comeback?
I told her that was the sexiest thing I had heard all day.
He almost got me with that.
Luckily, you didn't lead her on at all. Thankfully, God.
All I gotta say is, thank God I got that van before you started milking.
The old Knox would have been in all kinds of trouble before he left the building, for sure. But
look at you, gold star. Is that what you got a gold star for?
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting.
I like 5 seconds ago. He says, "Got a gold star. I can't tell you why." And then he's like. He just burns through the story and he's like...
So that brings us to the next wedding weekend, which is...
You ever seen a grown man naked?
You can change that one, Bishop.
And one of the bridesmaids...
her husband didn't stop her. Hold on. I want to write this down so I remember what was said. Hold on. Anyone got a pen? I'll just take a photo of that now.
Take a picture.
I don't want to miss out on any of these comments.
Oh my God.
All right. Got it. Who's next? All right. Let's see. Carol. There we go.
No milking. Were they that alluring?
Well, I get a gold star for nice? You know, there wasn't a bone in me that wanted to do anything wrong.
Oh, but there was about to be one in her. Oh,
I would have listened. It would be great if she had been single. It would have been wonderful.
Boner.
Been wonderful. She has multiple children that she's milking at all times. I mean, my goodness, someone called DSS on this woman. She's fucking drunk at a wedding, hitting on the cheapest DJ they can find in town. It sounds like a great thing to get involved.
What? Oh my God. Gold star for not milking her.
Yeah. Did you say
I got something for that, baby?
I got some clamps for those.
I heard you got a very busy freeway down there. You looking to jam it up?
All right, so the next wedding. So this was the nicer wedding out of the two.
Tell us about the crappy one.
Well, it wasn't crappy. It was just a backyard wedding, different venue. So,
crap.
no, they had a yard bar. You ever seen a yard bar before?
A bar that they put in a yard?
They take a larger trailer and they convert it so the side of it drops down like that and it opens up. There's like a porch and a full bar and stools around it and this whole it's like a bar, like a beer garden in your yard. It's interesting. It's got power TVs.
Power TVs.
And one of those. That was
power
TVs.
TVs.
Got power and TVs, Mikey.
Did you meet a lot of new people? I know you like to shake hands and meet people.
Well, yeah, sure. I met lots of people.
Pleased to meet you, bud.
But one of the bridesmaids decides to cut my hair after the rehearsal dinner. And she offered me a haircut. She said, "Hey, you need a haircut?" I said, "Yeah." And she was a hairdresser, so she had everything she needed in the back of her car. So we set up.
So I got into the back of her car
in the yard bar. She actually cut my hair in the yard bar, and she was she's pretty cute.
Yard bar.
Did a real good job of my hair, and proceeds to bring the biggest boyfriend I've ever seen the next day to the rehearsal, or not the rehearsal, to the wedding itself.
Big man,
dude. Let me tell you something. He couldn't have been. He's like personal trainer, bodybuilder, like giant, And he had an unusually high pitched voice, which I'm assuming is from steroid use.
He had a what?
He had a high pitched voice. Is there a problem?
No high pitched voice. Go on.
And he had pants that were extremely tight. And I mean, when I mean tight, like he couldn't really dance or walk in them because they were so tight. If he farted, they would have ripped in half. It was.
Luckily, we had the wheelchair from the girl from the night before, so we just put him in that. Take a load off, Punchy.
So I played the music for their procession, and I got everybody lined up. I did all that. All that was perfect. And then it came time to do the introduction onto the dance floor. For whatever reason, my virtual DJ settings didn't work. I tested it 5 minutes before, and I went to play the music, and nothing worked. And I panicked in front of 100 people, trying to.
In the backyard, there was 100 people.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get this. It's a big house, and so I'm trying to get the stuff.
The house
to work.
is so big they can convert a trailer into a flip down bar.
There's the grandfather who's from Brazil, I believe, was sitting in this chair. He goes, "Let's hear it for the DJ!" Like that, just yells out, which really didn't make me feel any better trying to fix this. I was like, yeah, thanks.
That helped you totally.
Finally get it to work. And at this point, I'm so mortified. That adrenaline, the bad adrenaline you get from bombing, Bish, how you're just all of a sudden if it gets to you too bad, you're just rattled.
Sure.
You can't even forget doing anything that requires focus or speaking or anything for a few minutes. And but I just had to keep rolling with it. And so once again, I screw up the name of the bride this time. Repeated the name of the bride's of the maid of honor, and I called her the maid of honor again. It was like Jamie, Jesse. I was like, I just look stupid. The speaker's feeding back. So I'm yelling, it couldn't have been any worse. I felt horrible.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
So we get done, and with that part, and they go the mom didn't get, the mother of the groom and the groom never gave me the song for the son mom dance. They never gave it to me. So
and mother one thinks the son mom.
So I said we were done, and she's just you forgot my song. I was like, oh shit. And I'm sitting there and I'm I said, oh, I'm sorry, Lorraine. I forgot.
Hold on, so you're wrapping up the thing? All right, listen.
Head over to the tent now, and she's just you're forgetting me, is what she said.
So you started late. Your equipment wasn't working. You're feeding back. You forget the.
Oh, it was just a stumble and fall from like the ceremony itself went perfect, which I had set up, and that was all right. Headset worked. The guy sounded fine. Had the music, was okay. And then this part and then that was like, so that gets done, and I'm like, I have sweat under my armpits. I feel so lousy, which I was nervous. That was all nerves.
What about will there be any more gigs? Jeanette needs
So I go and I sit down.
Mikey, slow down with those. I can't read them that quick, please. Jesus.
With the maid of honor, and she's looking at me and she goes, "Smells like someone shit their pants in here." She's like, "Did something go wrong?" That's what she says to me. And I was sitting there and I was like, "Yep, a lot did." And she said, Yeah, it did. She's like, "Huh?" She goes, "Now you have to save the night by having a really good dance time." She's like, "So can you handle that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can handle that."
Bad hips, dude.
But that went well.
So is this a new venture? Will you be doing more?
I don't think it's going to be a venture. So, I mean, like, I've thought about it, but I don't know, man. I'm 50-50 on it.
I thought he's 50 years old.
It's a nice, I could take it a lot more seriously and do a good job, like an even better job, At
any point in time, were you doing the fist pump, getting the crowd going?
Not a chance. And I don't play cha-cha slide either. I don't do it.
Oh, well, what kind of wedding DJ?
I refuse.
Cha-cha slide?
It's in my disclaimer. I won't play.
Got a lot of ethics, don't you?
But you played Closer by 9 Inch Nails.
Well,
what if I give you an extra 20?
The bride. So back to that wedding. The bride, was over at the table, came over, and she said that she wanted to dedicate it to the best man and play it. And so I leaned over and I said, "Do you know the words to this song?" Is what I said to her. And she said, "No." And I said, "Well," I said, "Do you want to F the best man like an animal?" And
why would she ask for a song she didn't know the words to?
I'm telling you, it's not appropriate for a wedding reception. I played it, but I gave a disclaimer.
Disclaimer. I made her feel really
bad. One of the guys came over from the wedding party. One of the groomsmen. He came over and he said, "Well, he's not in here right now, so maybe you should play something else," like that to me, which is kind of mean, rude. And so I looked at him and I said, "Maybe the song's 6.5 minutes long, and you can go find him, bring him back in here." And wouldn't you know what he did?
Carol wanted to know, did you have those smart looking glasses on when you did it?
No, I didn't find these until 2 days ago.
Oh, you didn't buy them? You found them?
TJ Maxx.
They've been missing. I've had these. I got these in like 2019.
Well, I'm sure they're great. Yeah.
I hadn't had them for a while. I found them.
Did you refund them or anything?
They're in my boss's van.
Yeah, did you go back to him, the second one that you botched so many times? Did you go say, "Hey, listen, I can't take all this money. I can't do this. Here's $100 back."
Actually, I did give them a deal, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What was the deal?
I knocked $100 off.
Did you tell them why?
No. They weren't upset. They were just fine. Everybody had a really good time. That was with the exception of that one part. That one part did not go smoothly.
You didn't complain about the pay.
But I kept things going. I did a good job. I did feel bad a little bit.
Yeah, if you don't call attention on yourself too much, people will forget about it. They're there to have fun, and
they're all drunk anyways.
There was a 20-minute period that I apologized profusely to the people that hired me and to the bride and groom. They're like, "No, we don't care," and I was like, "All right."
You were the cheapest option. We don't care. If we did, we'd have paid more.
I mean, for what I delivered, for what I am, because I'm not a professional wedding DJ, I had smoke. Really good smoke out there.
Ooh, give me that smoke.
I had lasers.
Major lasers.
I had the really good like 20-something LED bulb sound activated the strobes. LED, like that was really good. It was a good setup, man, for being an amateur.
Did you ask the second wedding after you said, listen, I'm sorry and everything? And you said, well, I want to head out. Can some lactating woman follow me to this car so I can?
No, but that night and the next day, the groom said that he said that he would recommend me. So
to a girl or for another wedding?
For another wedding.
Oh no, Knox is dry. Knox is super dry. He doesn't drink the alcohol at all.
None.
Very dry. Hi, Rock Daphne.
And the part that I left out was that I had before I did the intro, I had walked away with the bride and groom and their friends and partook. And
before the wedding?
Before I did the intros that fell the F apart.
Hey, I got
probably a good idea.
That didn't help it at all. But I'm pretty sure all that still would have happened even if I hadn't.
Sure, of course, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Tush said those glasses make you look trustworthy, so that could come to work in your favor. Found those in the back of a van.
But yeah, seriously, I couldn't get over the size of this guy that showed up, and word got back to me.
It's not the first time he said those words.
That someone else had said that I was the kind of guy that she goes for, and they were kind of like uncomfortable because they thought that we were going to hook up, and that got back to me afterwards. So like after she cut my hair, yeah.
So let me get this straight. You're so desirable. You went to this wedding. The girl needed to cut your hair and wanted to bang you because you were her type. But then you see her boyfriend, and he was gigantic.
I'm going to send to the
Hubba. I must cut his hair.
That Adonis. Look at his glasses. He's so trustworthy.
I must fix that salt and pepper mane of that lion.
The young lions are here.
Are you painting it like Leonardo da Vinci? I mean, what? Jesus, the Mona Lisa over here? Did you send it already?
I sent it. And then I'm going to send a shot now of her actually cutting my hair. Hang on a minute.
Oh, well, God, we need an action photo. Well, I don't see anything yet.
Look at the weird way she styled his hair. He looks like an old man. Grandpa's here. She looks a lot younger than you, by the way.
She is.
Would you mind telling us her age? Because I know you know.
25. No, I'm not going to DJ for Creed and Emily. Not a chance. No.
That'd be great. I think, did Creed say they were going to have a DJ? Creed, if you're in the chat still, can you tell us, did you say you were having a DJ or you weren't having a DJ?
Can you cut him a deal? I mean, what will you charge Creed? $90 an hour?
I'm not doing it.
Nah, come on. You know you can do it.
Nope.
Boom, boom, shake the room. Come on, knockers. Oh, didn't ask her for a sip of milk. Milk stash, Knox.
No, I respected my fellow man and didn't do anything disrespectful to the lady.
Question. So she cut your hair at this bar?
That's the yard bar.
Right. And I like that you're wearing flip-flops, of course.
Look how happy he is, man.
They should have known what they were getting. A guy shows up wearing flip-flops and needs a haircut and agrees to a free haircut.
Well, they were all hairstylists. A bunch of the girls that were there all cut hair.
Right.
But this girl got lucky enough to cut yours, bud. You can look at Knox's face and just tell he was just like, yeah. Yeah. Comb my hair like you liked your old man's.
It's so strange, though, that you got your hair cut there. Like you didn't go somewhere to get your hair cut. I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that's weird? That
does not,
She offered it.
look 50 times older with his hair like that.
Oh, yes.
Like that is such an old person haircut.
He looks like
the way she has it styled.
He looks like his dad. You look like your dad in that photo.
And then she also directed me on what light was the best for her face. That was in the picture. I thought that was fun.
That sounds like a fun time.
Knox will not share this picture because there's a young lady in it. He's a gentleman. Did she work at Supercuts?
She does not.
Fantastic scene.
I told her that she should get her barber's license and do the hot towel shaves.
So she wasn't licensed to cut hair?
She's only got her cosmetology license.
Oh,
what it is. So you can't do barber stuff. It's different.
Knox, is there any way you will go and DJ at James's wedding? This is Carol's brother. Carol will be there, so you gotta go all the way out there into the middle.
Well,
of the
here's
country.
the issue. Here's the issue as it stands right now. Now, anything else outside of this group of people that I did it for, I can't take that sound system.
Right.
So until I get equipment, I'm kind of sitting still. So
Virginia, I'd love to hear about that sometime. Gold. Creed is having internet issues tonight, so he's back in the studios producing from there. So I'm sure you could text him and get up with him. You wanted to. Knox is sharing pictures. Yeah,
Garth Brooks.
You want to see old Garth Brooks hit the stage? Knock doesn't want anyone from Creed and Emily's wedding meeting him at the van. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some nice people there. I'm sure. It must be the storms. Maybe.
Could be. It's raining pretty good up here. We're not getting, it's real bad towards the city.
Did you tip her? She cut your hair. Did you give her anything?
No, she said that my tip was that I was to do a good job tomorrow introducing her onto the floor.
And you dropped the ball with that.
We explained what happened with all of that. Yeah.
He can't take it out of the state. It's under the age. He can't take it anywhere. He's got to leave it there. Creed is your favorite? He's my favorite too. There we go. We got something in common. Thanks, hey, Mikey. Bish. Just skip me, bro. No, that's me. I've taken over. I skipped you 6. I do apologize. I'm sure it was incredible. No, because Creed and Emily want the cha-cha slide played at their wedding. Therefore, Knox cannot do it. He refuses the cha-cha.
It's in my disclaimer.
Is quite the cha-cha slider. I remember when we would go out places. If that
he loves to dance. If this one thing I could divulge
the Cupid shuffle would come on,
electric slide, cha-cha,
any line dancing.
If I remember, like he liked the chicken dance. Yeah, he loved that one too.
Do you remember when he used to go out to the Tar Heel and dress like a cowboy and he would dance all night?
Oh, I mean, he was a boot scooting some bitch for sure. Favorite band, Girth, Wind, and Fire. Now 6. There you go. That's the kind of stuff that gets you on the screen, bud. That's the kind of stuff that gets you on the screen. All right. Well, I guess. I'm gonna do this. Oh, yeah, indeed. Time for mailbag. These are emails submitted by you, the viewers. And if you would like to get in on the mailbag, you can send it over to cbshowemail@gmail.com. That is the place to be with your emails for us to see. Ooh, son. First one out the gate. Here we go. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. I saw Creed line dancing. How long has he been doing it? Well, 15 years.
Do you guys call it pop, soda, Coke, or something else? I'm a pop girl. Thanks for all your hard work. YouTube junkie. I'm guessing she's talking about soda pop. What do you call it? Knockers.
Soda. But if I'm going to get a Coke, I ask for a Coke.
Interesting. Bishop.
Yeah, it's soda. I'm not from Ohio or the Midwest, so I don't call it pop. It's soda.
Well,
do you ask for it? But do you ask for a Coke by name when you order a Coke?
I don't say just bring me whatever you want.
But if it's in a glass bottle,
bring me whatever.
Once you give me one of those sodas.
What do you mean? Give me one of those sodas. If we're making a grocery list, we don't say, all right, we want some Pepsi Pop, and we say, all right, grab some sodas for the party or something like that. You don't say grab some pops for the soda. I mean, for the party. Grab some. See, that makes just as much sense as grab some pops for the soda.
Look, I'm the odd man out. I don't call it any of those things. I call it drink. I say, give me some drink. Do we got any drinks at the house? Yeah. I think that was something my grandma did. And then,
I would think if we have any drinks at the house, I would think that would mean some alcoholic beverages is what I think of. If someone said, do we have any drinks at the house?
This conversation is dry as a popcorn fart.
Hey, Mikey.
Hi.
I was just checking out the poll.
All right. How's it look?
Well, it looks a little incorrect. You said your Y-O-U-R.
And you're going to sit down there in a timeout, you son of a bitch. Going on to our next email, Bishop, if you would, please run a few comments for me. That'd be awesome. This one coming in says, James would like to know his lady is wanting him to wear lavender tie. How does he let her know he wants to wear purple? Isn't purple and lavender almost the same?
Bring me a fizz water drink.
Bring me that fizzy water.
Oh, great. Hold on. My producer just sent me a photo. My producer has very bad internet. He has not even 1% upload speed.
No.
She wants him to wear purple. He wants to wear purple, but she wants him to wear lavender, but he wants to wear purple. How does he tell her this without hurting her feelings or her daughter's feelings? That from Carol. I don't even.
Yeah, where is these clothes being worn?
At a wedding. They're getting married.
Okay, I missed that part. Worn. You know what I'm saying. Drink.
Warren G. Purple and lavender are very close.
Are these the groom? Is this the?
Yes, he would be the groom. She would be the bride.
Okay.
Typically. Look, I'm just going to stop beating around the bush. You'll do whatever she says. This is her day, not your day. You shouldn't matter. Put on the purple. Start wearing purple. And I think that's the best way to do it. Don't start out with a fight.
You just agree to whatever they want. I mean, like you said, that's not that far off from.
It's not like she's asking you to wear green and you want to wear red. Knox, you just got done at a wedding. What would you say?
You just take the high road.
The high road.
Yeah.
Well spoken from the guy who just called me out on proper etiquette of your and your. When you're busy doing stuff, you're not thinking about what you're doing.
Well, how many people are going to read that? I'm not the only person that noticed it, I'm sure.
Well,
anyway.
No one wasn't a jerk enough to say something about it. But
sorry.
Speaking of jerks, this email in from Vinny. Vinny says, "You're a bunch of jerks. Love, Vinny." Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you, Vinny.
Next email. I have one ask. Okay, I have one ask. Can you get Bishop to back off the screen? Homeboy's got a big head. That from Bishop. Is it a camera thing, or do you feel like you need to fill the whole screen? Are you the half plate, half full plate, half empty type of guy?
I mean, I can sit far back, but I won't be able to see you guys. I want to see your faces.
Are you on a really small screen? I think
my wall is right here. My wall is right here.
Are you looking at it on a very small screen? Is that why?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't have a giant gaming screen. Is
it curved?
No, it's flat. What am I, a 15-year-old Asian child? What, a curved screen for my Yu-Gi-Oh cards? What's going on? No, it's flat.
Well, hopefully that answers everybody's question.
There you go. I scooted back. How did that work for everybody? I'm way back here now.
All right. Next up in the email, Mikey told us we had to send an email, and I'm all about compliance with people I don't know on social media. On a serious note, I love the channel. Totally happy you all had Stu on. It was the first time I had heard of y'all. Oh, I like your use of y'all. Been hooked ever since. I'm mostly a lurker. However, donate when I am able to type while y'all are live. I'm renovating my yards. And I have about some other stuff I'm going kind of personal. Anywho, thanks for the entertainment. Take care. That's from Mayor Mary likes turtles. Bishop turtles.
Do I like turtles?
Yes. Thoughts on turtles?
Yeah, sure. What kind of turtles are we liking here?
The ones with shells.
Yeah, those are good. Ninja Turtles.
Thoughts on turtles, Knox? Hey guys, love the show. I texted today that I missed your show on Tuesday, August 31st because I was attending a veteran's funeral. Oh no, that's terrible. I'm on the honor guard at our local VFW post in Columbia, Missouri. I wasn't clear about why my post was skipped. It's probably a Bishop. He had something to do with it.
Yeah.
I donate what I can when I can because I believe in your entertainment you provide on We Gotta Chase. Not this show, though. This entertainment's terrible on this one. Continue your hard work and know we are all appreciative. A loyal fan, Deborah. Thank you so much, Deborah. Look, all this love fest over here. Hey, Bishop.
I always put Deborah's stuff up. She sends me money privately to my Bank of America account. She says, keep those things coming. So I said, all right. Keep greasing the wheel, baby.
Hey, Bishop. I'm interested in doing stand-up too.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Any tips or good road stories? How much do you demand to be paid?
I demand it.
Thanks, dude. Chris in New York. B-Shop stand-up. What do you give everybody tips? Getting tips?
Yeah, just start going to open mics and check out shows, and people in your area will be able to point you in the right direction.
Can anybody be a stand-up comedian?
Sure, anyone can do it.
I mean, a good one.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. I'm not a good one, so I'm someone.
Bishop, he's terrible.
Bishop's very good.
Yeah, I guess anyone can do it. Right? It's all depending on what your.
I say no. Not everyone can do it. That's no way. Not everyone can be.
It depends on your view of the world, your point of view. You know, how do you get it across? I'm not doing a very good job explaining it right now, so don't.
You want to tell us how much money you demand to be paid? I mean, it seems to be the next question.
Yes. Well, if
what do you get per spot? What do you get per spot right now?
Per spot? Well, I mean,
this guy, he's got the lingo.
How many nights? Like, if you work like if you do 2 nights if you do 2 shows in a night or 1 show in a night, what do you get for your set?
Well, right now I am lowballing myself. I make $800 every 10 minutes. And I will mess up the name of the show and the club.
You do a lot of hosting.
Yeah, I do a lot of hosting.
You make a lot of money hosting, don't you?
Well, see, that's the thing is that everyone, you know, if you're first starting out, like, don't worry about it is $3. Don't worry about getting paid. Trust me, I'm not making enough money to stop working your full-time job, so clearly I'm not asking for enough. but you know,
and this is after 10 years of going of
yeah,
craft honing.
Paying dues.
So you still haven't said what you got paid.
Well, why would you
It
say
just depends on the gig, right?
Yeah, it depends on the gig. Why would I say, you know?
I'm joking. I'm just.
Why would I say that? You know, I'll charge someone $50 to do this, but I'll charge another person $200 to do this.
Ah, there you go. He doesn't want to burn bridges.
Well, I'm just saying. But no,
Knox,
I would say.
How much would you charge for stand up? What did it say? I didn't see. It was too fast.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if Bishop can do it, anybody can.
Yeah. No, I think anyone can do it. But are you saying like do it for a living? Well, there's a lot of stuff that goes
say for
into
a living. Yeah, I would think so. Because I mean, I guess that would be the question. Doing it for a living. There's a select few. I mean, there's a lot of road comics and stuff. I know.
Oh, there's tons and tons and tons of funny men and women all across the country.
Back in
never heard of that make a living being a comedian.
Richard's
back in 2010,
right?
Two guys that are bigger now, like now getting Netflix specials. Back in 2010, were just one of them was just getting to the point when I was talking. I don't want to name drop because I don't want to.
No, go ahead, name drop.
But he was making like you said he made 34,000 the previous year. And that was in 2010. In just doing that, but he didn't have another job. It was his wife had a job. No, not a friend, but we just talked about it. That was right when I was good. That was when I did the that like comedy class down in Myrtle Beach. He came through playing. Like I said, I'm not gonna name drag or name drop.
Name drag?
Name drop.
No name dragging. All right, our last thing in the mailbag for today. This is for Knox. It says, "Hey Knox.
Hi.
Be honest. We all know you're a coxman, but have you cheated on more women or have more women cheated on you? Thanks, from Ginger Ann." That's an interesting question.
I think I've probably been cheated on more.
Oh,
I don't know.
See,
but I don't really think about. I mean, because like I'm just saying that because some probably were I didn't know if they were. So
right, most women don't come clean about those kinds of things. Hey, just let you know, cheating on you.
Like but like finding out about it, like if you put like a hash mark on the wall for people, if you found out they were cheating on you, I don't know. I think I've the few times that I've cheated, I always got caught. So I'm not much of a cheater. It's not. I guess I'm a reformed cheater. Does that make sense? People say once a cheater, always a cheater, but I don't think that that's 100%.
Well, that's good. You think the cheaters can straighten their ways and get away from the old devil stick? I like.
Well, they can try. I don't know. I guess for everybody it's different.
Reformed cheaters.
Can anybody be a comic? Can anybody be a reformed cheater? I don't know, Mikey. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say no to both those. Just my opinion. All right. I guess it's time for some news. No.
Loud Elvis, I was recently fired, had like no money and spent like, what was like $100 I spent to go and do it was with Todd Yan.
I totally forgot that you've been fired. And then you said that would be a good idea. A comedy class.
Remember, I bought that Volkswagen convertible. Top down. Top down.
What a wise financial decision. A comedy class and a Volkswagen.
Because my car had been repossessed and I lost my company vehicle when I got fired, so I needed a vehicle. So that was what I bought. A $300 convertible. It was a 96 Cabrio soft top.
Oh,
anyway.
Baby.
But yeah.
Don't get no better than that. Cheaters are pumpkin eaters.
That's what I
agree with that.
And I bombed at the graduation performance. I bombed horribly.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So there was a graduation from this comedy class, and you guys all had to perform.
I never talked about this. I Yeah. So
I gotta hear this.
So we had to. So
Mikey, that's what you do at the end. See what they do. What you do is you take a class, and most of the time it's
usually if you're graduating from medical school, they don't have you do surgery right there on stage in front of everybody. I mean, I'm just saying, I typically, final exam, I guess.
But to tell you the truth, like, I don't think that the stuff that I like, not only did I bomb, like, my opening material didn't do very well, and then I decided to try and riff, like I knew how to riff, and that completely went on. That it was awful. And then
also,
and then
did you bring any friends? People always those comedy classes.
I knew a lot of the people that were in the audience. No. I didn't bring any friends, but they all. People came.
He knew after that day he had no friends in that class.
Well, I probably did the worst performance for the evening, and there were some people that were not good that were in that group, and I did the worst.
Well, no, you didn't. You didn't do. I'm sure that you didn't do worse than them. They just had more.
But I was the closer for the first act, so I was the last one before the intermission, and then they go into the second. It was the second group of people that went up and did their 3 minutes apiece. So
you did 3 minutes, and within 3 minutes, you said, "You know what?"
I was running for the door. I was like,
"I'm just going to riff in this 3 minutes."
I felt
show how good I am.
Yeah, dude, it was not good. It was not good. I should have talked about getting fired. That would have been funny.
Do you remember
my car
any
outside?
Of the things you said? Any of the comedy gold that you spun on that stage? Do you remember any of it?
It was stuff that I had done down at Nut Street. Like when I was doing a little bit of open mic, that like the few times that I went up and they did okay jokes. Remember you guys had that episode where you compared laughs for my jokes versus Papa D.
Was it Papa D? Yeah,
it wasn't Papa. It was the guy though that went into clean comedy. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go into corporate comedy," not but the other guy,
Papa Nut.
Papa Nut. Yes.
Right.
Oh
so we played. Remember, we recorded both sets.
Awful.
Yes.
Yeah. So I did get more laughs than him.
Yes.
I would
if I recall. But I did some of that stuff. And I don't know. I think I was in a bad place mentally, probably.
So you were in Myrtle Beach. You were like, so Wilmington's weird, right?
Yeah.
What a weird place, right?
I didn't even get there. I didn't even get there.
Some topical humor for around Myrtle Beach. So you bombed within 3 minutes. That's
yeah.
Have you gone up since then? Have you done any comedy anywhere else since your graduation day?
I have not, but I've been writing, which you knew. I sent you some of the stuff that I had written.
I quickly got rid of that.
I discarded it in fear.
Yeah.
Out of sheer fear.
But no, I haven't
this guy quitting his job and buying a $300 convertible again.
Thanks, Bish.
Wow. By the way, Holly also had a comment that got deleted, but I'm going to read it. It says, well, apparently anyone can run this show right now live. Wow. Look at that right there. It had got deleted, but I put it back up. I just need to see what it was. Wow.
Why was it deleted?
I guess because somebody felt it was rude. I don't know. I saw it was there and put it back up.
I'm confused. Can you explain why
No.
you think that she was mad?
No. So I'll explain to you off the air.
Okay.
Someone had deleted her message and I put it back.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Because I wanted to see what it said. And I was saying what she had said. Right there.
And she might have stung with the comment.
Well, it might not have landed as good as your jokes did at the wedding. So
oh boy.
But yeah, so Creed, are you gonna be able to make it back on, or are you stuck in limbo there?
You should jump on from his phone. I bet it'll be okay. Let's make an allowance for Creed to get on with his phone off his data. Creed, you want to just try it off your phone without your computer?
He's thinking about it.
He's thinking. Give him a minute.
He was looking off into the distance. He looked really angry.
He did. Sure. He looked upset.
I think that's just his average look.
His typical face.
Well, I think if it's not in motion, then I think Creed looks angry while he sleeps.
Oh, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. I saw him sleeping one time. Go ahead, Max. Sorry.
I'm surprised that's not a new show. We got a nap.
It's nice to not have to squint to read the comments anymore.
Oh, that's sweet.
I squinted so much in last week's heat wave that I gave myself a sty in my eye.
That's usually not how you get a sty, but that's interesting nonetheless. Where's George Costanza? Anybody? Costanza? Anyone?
Where is he? Like, where does he live?
Well, if you know, go ahead and tell us, Knox.
I have no idea. Has he disappeared?
I'm just stretching for time to see if Creed can make it back on.
Jason Alexander. Oh.
By the way, I had a game we were going to play, but we're not going to play it.
Never going to get to this game, Mikey.
No, I think it's cursed. I feel like it's cursed.
Why do you keep putting it on the thing?
I quit putting it up at all that we were going to do it. I just left it off. But since Knox loves to critique the way I speak and the verbiage I use.
Well, it's just mostly the way you spell.
Yeah.
I only pick on the way that Bishop talks sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't pick on your
the game we were going to do is called Dead or Alive. Basically, it was going to be a game where I would show you guys people from, like, let's say it was All in the Family, the cast of All in the Family. You had to tell me which ones of those people are dead and which ones were alive. So we would do that with a movie, TV show, something like that. And as a treat or as punishment, I'm not really sure which one, here is the opening theme song for the game we will probably never get to play.
Sometimes I have to say, where can they be? Sometimes when I'm alone, all I do is think. Legend, but I really try. I wonder, are you dead or alive? I wonder, dead or alive?
And there is the reason why we can't have nice things.
Well, I like the open, but yeah.
Sure you did.
Don't ever.
I'll be signing autographs later.
Don't ever put it on there because
12 by 10s.
Yes, $20 for 12 by 10 glossy.
Well, I know it's typically not this short of a night, but we're going to go ahead and wrap her up since the boss can't be here. We're just going to let it go. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be right back at it again with a hangout, and as well as we got to chase if Creed's internet allows us to do so. So
fingers crossed. You are coming with me.
Yeah, we got to really, really hope, because I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just the weather. Who knows?
Maybe he didn't pay his bill.
I think he paid his bill. Maybe he didn't pay enough, you think?
Enough. They'll just give you enough so you can get online, check the stuff, check some emails.
Send them a payment.
Right.
Maybe that's it too. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who was nice enough to come by. Oh, wait a minute. I got to end the poll, too. We'll give the poll results really quick before we leave. Ending poll.
So this is a poll that you set up, just like the other one.
Yes. Let's see here. In order. And
what is this poll for?
This says you're setting a friend up on a blind date. Who will be her date, and it was between all of us, of course.
Right.
The bottom vote getter, but barely, was Creed at 15%. Bishop at 16%.
All right.
Knox at 18%, and the winner in a landslide, Mikey at 49%. Thank you all so much.
And the
how do you keep running these polls and then winning them?
If I knew that, bud, I'd bottle it and sell it. I don't know.
I forgot to say grammar police before I said it. I
should have. You should have. Thanks to everyone who joined us. Please like this video or dislike this video, whichever one you want to do. Oh, you're too sweet. Bishop. I like that Creed was last. There's been some Creed outbursts, I guess, during some of the gambling streams that have pushed him to the bottom of the pack. Even Knox's disgusting lifestyle wasn't enough to push him to the bottom. So it's a pretty face who wins every time. Yes, I bribe people. You see that $5? That's actually how much I have to pay them when they were donating to buy the votes. 3 thumbs down. Things are getting better by the minute. I think that was Creed that did that, but it's all right.
He has multiple accounts, and
He's just trolling us now. Don't forget. I think
he's not very happy. I just saw a message from him. He's
oh no, I know he's not. That's why I'm wrapping it up. Thank you, Jeanette, for taking care of things over there on the Facebook. And until tomorrow, we won't be seen. And until next time, please remember.